So we have two options here. We can keep going here, or we can go back.
Okay. Which progresses the story.
Going back progresses the story, but also going this way progresses the story.
Okay. Fair enough.
One in kind of a weird way, and one...
You got a big head and big hands, don't you?
Yeah.
You're all chibified.
You know what? We'll go this way because actually I completely forgot. At this point, you need 10,000 blood echoes.
Oh, and you have 4,000.
Yeah. So we may just do this part and
About 6,000 short.
do as much as we can of it at least.
Brah.
But speaking of watching movies, I actually sat down to watch some movies that I've been wanting to see for a while.
Any good ones?
No! I'm really going back and forth. We watched Suicide Squad.
I didn't really have a desire to see it, sadly.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
Fair enough.
And Batman vs. Superman.
That's a conversation. But what did you think of Batman vs. Superman? I
I did not think it was as bad as everybody made it out to be.
Fair. Do you still think it was bad, though?
No.
No? Oh, I had a hard time sitting through it.
Now, granted, I didn't think it was good. Like, I didn't think it was great. I'll say that much.
Okay.
I didn't think it was great, but at the same time, I didn't think it was like as terrible as everyone made it out to be.
Right.
I thought Affleck did great as Batman, actually.
Batman's one of the only parts that I actually enjoyed
Oh yeah.
in the movie. And Wonder Woman. I thought Wonder Woman was great in the movie.
Yeah.
The rest of it, not so much.
Yeah. Doomsday really ticked me off.
Doomsday was awful. That was
Okay.
taking literally one of the most dangerous DC villains and just reducing him to what he was. And what was the powers he had? They were, I don't know.
Yeah, he had some kind of like weird laser power.
And like a pulse power that was just stupid.
Yeah, which I find that very strange. Which, if you don't read the comics, you don't know that Doomsday is the thing that kills Superman.
Right.
Like, that's when they originally did the death of Superman. It was Doomsday that did him in.
Right.
And so it's just like we're gonna hide over here.
The whole thing with oh my god. The part
I knew this would start something.
I have a hard time with this movie. I've gotten into several arguments with people about it. And the thing, okay, I wouldn't argue.
Come
oh,
on.
that sucks. I would not argue about it if people didn't argue for it so hard.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, because you see people online all about it, and you hear people in person. They're like, "Oh, it's the greatest DC movie." I'm like, "You're an idiot.
Yeah,
this is
how?
moronic." Yeah, I know. It's just there's all these things I have against it, but here's where it lost me in the absolute most.
Midichlorians.
Well, it's the midichlorians of the DC moments. It really is. But it's the part where the spear is in the bottom of the pool, and like Lois goes to get it, and she almost drowns, and so Superman saves her, and then almost drowns, and she has to save him. I'm like, that was the dumbest exchange of things to happen ever. I almost walked out at that point. I really almost walked out at that moment.
That's it.
I was the only thing that stopped me. I was with a friend, and I was like, I don't want to ruin this for them. So,
what got me really that part was stupid, but I think that the thing about that is that it's like the old original, not original, but the old Christopher Reeves Superman movies.
Mm-hmm.
Because in those movies, like, dude is obsessed with Lois.
Right.
Like, who cares about anything else? Like,
right.
He freaking rolls around the earth, like, super fast and turns back time to save her life.
Right.
Like, that's, so I think they're just kind of taken from that. But,
the whole thing where
it's
the whole exchange is dumb, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes. I understand why he goes in to save her and everything. That's not the problem. The problem is he lifts her up and falls right back in. It's just so dumb.
There you go.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm helpless now. Save me. It's like, It's stupid. It is just the whole interaction is just dumb. And like nobody else could go get the spear. Like I mean,
yeah, let Wonder Woman go get it.
Yeah,
Her
Batman
done.
even.
Yeah.
You know,
Pretty
I mean,
sure he's got like the bat scuba gear on at
Right.
all times. So no, I get that.
Another part about everything surrounding the spear bothers me. Like the whole movie, Batman's like, let's go get the spear, and then like nobody listens to him, and then suddenly like Superman's like, I have to go get that spear.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh god, that movie is so bad. I'm sorry. There's great moments in that movie. There's almost redeeming moments in that movie.
Yeah.
But they are not quite there. Jesse
Yeah.
Eisenberg sucked.
Really, I actually like Jesse Eisenberg a lot.
He's
as
the
Lex
Riddler in
Luthor.
that movie.
That's what he actually originally thought he was going to be playing.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
From what I've heard, that he originally thought that the plan for his character was going to be like a Riddler-esque type
Then
deal.
why was he Lex?
Honestly, I thought he did a really good job as Lex because he plays. We'll say this: I think he does a better job than that freaking Smallville idiot.
Right.
But every DC thing ever made is better than Smallville.
See, the thing I really dislike about Lex in it is that they can't decide whether he's socially inept or he's socially good. Like there's these scenes where he's talking to people and he's really wise and like really good with public speaking and all this stuff.
Right.
And then there's other scenes where he's just freaking the crap out. I almost swore. But he's just losing his mind.
Oh wait, I did not mean to come back up here. I went the wrong way. I'm stupid.
His character is so inconsistent, and it really bothered me.
Yeah, I understand that. I get that. That can be frustrating. To me, what it reminded me of, this is really getting far into uncharted waters for probably a lot of people. But there we go.
Water charters.
Yeah. Get in the door before the thing kills you. It kind of reminded me. Did you ever read Superman for All Seasons?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's what he reminded me of.
I mean, I could see that. I think what they were going for is that Lex is.
Oh, they're still exploding.
Lex to me has always been the 100% crazy supervillain who's hiding the fact that he's crazy.
Right.
Like he is 100% like a Dexter type character.
Oh, yeah.
He's a sociopath, insane person that's hiding the fact that he's insane.
Yeah.
And so he has these moments where he bursts out and he goes crazy. And I think yeah, like the part where he kisses the black lady in the comics. You remember what I'm talking about in the Superman version?
Yeah.
Like it's his partner, and it's
like what the?
it's a really random moment. And it's not that she's black. It's not that at all. It's really just a weird moment in the comics where he's like explaining the plan, and he's so excited to get Superman. And he just grabs her, kisses her, and walks away. And it's like, what the crap just happened?
What?
You know,
Why?
like I see that side of Lex. I see that they were trying to do that.
Yeah.
But it was so poorly pulled off because they just made him this like social, like instead of showing the craziness in him, they made him just socially inept and weird.
Right.
And then the whole, I mean, you gotta admit the Jolly Rancher scene is awful.
I didn't really understand the point of it.
Product placement.
Oh well, there's that. Yes.
That's all. That's the only purpose for it. There's no story arc purpose for that moment other than product placement. It was totally the same thing as Wayne's World. Like when they're like, have a Dorito, and he's like, where? He's like, I love my Adidas gear or whatever. It was totally that, and
Wash
it was
it down with a Coke.
Yeah, that was so bad. It was. I'm sorry. I will stop because we have lost every DC fan.
The whole episode will be about this.
You can name it Nick hates DC movies, but don't name it that because that's totally wrong. I love DC characters and
DC characters, if they're written well, can be.
That's the exact point I have.
Yeah, exactly. If they're written well, they can be better superhero and comic book movies than what Marvel's doing.
And Marvel can do better than what Marvel's doing.
Yeah, because Marvel, I love Marvel comics, and I loved a lot of. Dang, these things hit hard. And a lot of the Marvel movies I absolutely love, but there's still something lacking.
Right.
But
And I mean, like, they both have their strengths, and I feel like whenever I talk so negatively about...
felt like Indiana Jones there for a second.
Oh,
sorry.
right. Yeah. When I talk so negatively about Batman versus Superman, I didn't see Suicide Squad, so I don't have an opinion.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a desire to see it after the debacle of... I
am in a bad spot here.
You are.
Okay, slow poisoning. That's good. Let's get in here so the guy will stop shooting at me.
But like when I talk about it, people act like that's the only thing you should like. And I'm like, but I love their animated movies, and I love...
Oh, yeah, the animated movies are great.
I love Lego Batman. It was awesome.
I didn't get to see it.
Oh, God,
really
it's so good.
to.
And then I love the video games they're doing. And
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously love the comics, and I love those characters. But... And I really like the Flash TV show. I know I'll get a lot of flack for that.
I never watched it.
I really like it. It's totally Smallville with Flash, but still, I really
Jesus.
like it because it's corny. It's really super corny.
Stop shooting at me.
But I don't know. I feel like there's no excuse for Batman versus Superman. There is no there. They
buddy.
It had good moments, almost redeeming moments, but they were so few and far between that it was upsetting.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I was not crazy about the ending.
Oh, me neither.
And I'm not gonna spoil it because I'm sure people haven't seen it yet. But if you go to see it, I'll make this. If you go to see it, then just keep an open mind about it, and if you decide for yourself, because that's the fun part of movies. Like that's what I'll never understand. Like I know that I was a video game critic for a while, but if you like what you like, that's fine. But don't take everything that one person says to heart.
Right. No, I completely agree. I'm a firm believer in forming your own opinion about things. Like I mean I have very strong opinions, and I will joke around a lot and say things. And
You're wrong, and this is why I'm
right. Yeah. But like I didn't like it, but that doesn't mean I don't see why people do.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't like Titanic.
Oh God.
But I see why people do. You know, it's a major blockbuster film. Of course, people like it.